It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day. The heart of Massachusetts should be freedom, justice, and liberty. Freedom-led pilgrims from Plymouth Bay. Salem trials had justice too late. The sons of liberty spilled the tea, and then the redcoats spilled their blood. The shot heard around the world rang out from the Bay State. Boston strong and ready to defend. It's where revolution started and ends. It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day. Quincy Market, Freedom Trail, Charles River, Boston Harbor, Bunker Hill, Griffin's Wharf, Fenway Park, Old North Charge. It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day.
Boom!
Love that friggin' opening. She did
Hey,
so
dude.
good with that.
Gets me fired up, man. I just have bouncing in the background. I'm like, you know, good feeling. Hey, get rid of that pumpkin behind you today, will you?
Well, the pilgrims that landed on Plymouth Rock, they had pumpkins.
Oh, right. So I'll give you that one.
And they came to eat pumpkins, right? That's all they had.
Were they? Or you sure it was pumpkins? Are you gonna go with that one? I don't know. I'll let you have it.
They
I
were
was taking
nice
down-
people that were here, so I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I think they just sit in the corner. They're the small kids table.
Stop it. Stop. I was taking Halloween decorations down all day yesterday and Saturday, and oh my gosh.
You'll be doing that for a bit.
Well, yeah, it's a one-man team for now.
Listen, it's like Easter when next year they find that one egg you could never find, right?
Oh yeah.
There's always like a leftover egg.
There's a $5 bill in there or something, like the real eggs or whatever you want to do.
Something.
Yeah.
So
where's my sign? Where's Carrie Ian's asking where a sign is? What's that all about?
I have no idea.
Carrie, what are you talking about?
What sign, Carrie?
I don't know.
I don't see Carrie Ann on YouTube, so I can't give her a wrench. Miss Carrie Ann.
Oh. Hey, see all the commotion on Peanut the squirrel?
Did you see who they're blaming for it? I love it. I gotta show it. I have to show it.
It's crazy.
Give the backstory about Peanut, and I'll pull it up.
All right. So Peanut was an orphan squirrel that was, mother got hit by a car or something. So this couple adopted it, and it grew up with them. Well, some troll on the internet that was following along with this guy and girl reported them, and then the government of New York came and took it and euthanized it. This is a squirrel.
They confiscated the squirrel and killed the squirrel.
Right. And the thing was a pet. It was a pet.
The state of New York.
It wasn't biting anybody. It wasn't doing anything.
He was internet famous, that thing.
It was huge, dude.
Right?
Yeah. And, you let the government do something like that. Think about that for a second. You let the government come and take your pet.
Mike, it wasn't the government that did it. It was Matt Morrissey.
Mike Morrissey.
Look at
it was that was me. I just thought it'd be a good Sunday thing, man. Did it go off yet? I think I got 17,000 views or something crazy.
Dude, that was the funniest thing I saw. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, the poor squirrel. Right. I'm just learning about it, right?
Yeah.
The squirrel was awesome. He was on the guy's shoulder. He'd wait for him to come home from work and he'd jump on him and hey, what's up? And
yeah.
And they came in and just boom.
And then
no more squirrel. Dead.
Then they took a raccoon. I'll get into that later, but yeah, it was crazy to see that. I was so bummed. I'm like, why would you do? If anything, teach it and let it out, let it go. Raccoon, right? I don't. But raccoons are different. Yeah, I get it. Man, I've seen it. I was golfing one time in South Carolina or North Carolina, and I saw a rabid during the day, a rabid raccoon, and it was weird. It was just walking around in circles.
Yep.
It was just. It was crazy.
You knew he wasn't right.
Oh yeah, I wasn't going anywhere near it. Yeah, like in the middle of the day, like it was like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like, oh, that thing is not good. So I
Yeah,
see what you're saying. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
but
But to kill a raccoon, I mean, come on.
but still,
To
even
kill,
the squirrel, I mean, Mike, the squirrel was. I mean, he was a baby squirrel. He wasn't like a full grown one of our tree squirrels. He was small.
right?
He
He's
was
like
a
a
small.
little red squirrel. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But
Thing was cute. The cutest. I mean, the guy would wipe his face with his thumbs like and pat it, and the
I
squirrel would
mean,
just hug his thumbs and have his two little hands out, wrapping his thumbs and grabbing it and giving him love.
the
I'm like,
squirrel did seem a little domesticated. Like he
it
was
did.
okay with being inside the house.
Right. He
And I
didn't
think
see it.
cats. I think the cats bothered the squirrel or nothing.
All you had to do is give it some cardboard, let it build a nest somewhere in your house, and
There you
you were
go.
good to go. I know the squirrels can get into like your attic or your outside of your gutters and stuff and do some damage. But you know what? This one wasn't like that. This thing didn't know any better, right? I don't know.
Mike,
You
last
still,
night I
yeah.
watched the show Calling All Beings. You see that show last night?
I know about it.
Yeah,
I've seen guests like content creators on it, and I think he went to the Halloween party too. But go
he did.
ahead.
He did.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
and he's got a great thing going on, right? Essie was on last night. She did
Essie?
amazing. Great job last night, by the way. Seeing you on the screen was nice.
Was she doing a stream yard, like her
Yeah,
face and everything?
she was live up on the screen.
Wow, wow,
Like,
wow.
there was a bunch of them that did it. Uh,
Wow.
I'll pull it up right now. Mike,
That's good.
it was so good to see all them talking last night. Like
Yeah,
to be on the other side, not just
right.
not this side, but on the other side to see them. Man, it
Oh,
was so nice. And it was a good
they're
show.
they're from what, like Georgia originally, and then he moved to Colorado, I thought. I remember watching one of his shows. He was getting ready to move, but he went to school in Massachusetts. He went to either,
Oh, he
uh,
gets it.
yeah,
He's
he
definitely
went to like, I think he went to Curry, or maybe he went to Stony. But yeah, he knows the area. He knows what it's all about up here. So yeah,
But
he's
if
a good guy.
anyone,
Yeah, he's a good guy.
this is just middle of it, right?
Oh my goodness! Wow.
That's DJ. This is
Yeah.
Britt. Analyze. There's reality check. There's our girl.
Yeah.
That's not
Jane.
Haley, just so you know.
Bougie Betty and
Yeah.
Dixie. All right.
They were great last night. They were all so good. It was good to see them. So if you haven't watched it, Calling All Beings, I suggest right here, CAB All Star Roundtable. I would absolutely subscribe to them if you haven't. They're definitely worth the subscription. Last night's show was great with all the creators on it. It was
A lot
great.
of laughs.
Yeah, it was. They were just, Mike. They asked the right questions.
So let me ask you a question. Were people talking over each other, or did it just go smooth?
No, Mike, with the amount of people, it was really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, that could be difficult. I was wondering about that. Like, if you had like 6 people on, how hard would it be for people jumping in, stuff like that? But it sounds like went well. I'm definitely gonna watch it after this.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah. And he's got a pretty good following. I don't know what his numbers are, but he does a good show.
Oh yeah, no, he's got some good numbers, and it's not like he's not trying. I mean, he's yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
So
That's good,
yep.
man.
Listen, real quick,
What's up?
Mike. I've been getting some awesome donations for the Christmas thing we're doing at Star Driving on the 8th of December.
No, that's good, man.
I'm gonna start. I think.
Well, yeah. When are you gonna start putting stuff up? Like the week before?
No, maybe the day before. If this is the 8th is Sunday, so
Yeah.
I think it's Saturday. I can go and
Do it all day.
Right.
I'll come down and help. You know that, right?
It's
I'll be
easy.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
But
like laying out
you-
extension cords, right?
That's what I was gonna say. I'll bring some. Do you need some or what? Whatever.
We'll figure it out.
All right.
Carrie's husband's got,
Oh yeah, Carrie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. She's got stuff. I mean, yeah, we're good.
Did you guys talk about it the other night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That's good. Some people
Yeah.
from Western Mass showed up. That's nice.
I met some really nice people from out the western part of the state, Mike. They're really nice people out west. Nice part of town out there.
If you could ever live out there, man, it's a different country. It's a whole different world out there.
There's my girl.
my
Lisa.
God.
Good morning, Miss Lisa.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah.
SD. He gave us homework. You guys, calling all beans had homework. Oh my gosh, that's great.
Oh, You
It
know,
must. It is. It was cold here in Eastern Mass. Forget about Western Mass. I think they got 6 inches of snow already. Western Mass. I'm not sure.
they probably get
Out,
ice and stuff. Snow.
out in Wachusett and shit.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, anything west of Boston is Western Mass to me, man. I don't know what to tell you. Sorry.
After 128, you're like in uncharted territory, right? There's nothing out there part of town. Just
I'll try to get to 495 eventually, but I'm inside that belt at 128 right now. So I'm literally inside the one.
that's
It's
a
like my
bubble.
world. Yeah, I start going up, my wheels start shaking. I'm like, oh, yeah, turn around. Yeah, good win. Good win yesterday for the Pats. Not.
No,
Anyways,
what 3 points they missed it by, and they didn't even try for 2. Why not? It's a free
That's-
play. Do it. Go.
That's exactly right. They should have went for 2 and just ended it. What do they have to lose? Yeah,
Make
I
it
think.
some- but
Dr. Toro-
maybe they're saving what they got. Bill Belichick days. I'm trying to.
I tell you what, this kid May is better than Mac Jones. I think a lot of players would rather come here and play with May than Mac Jones. That's all I have to say. I think he's a better quarterback. He's a better leader. Mac Jones isn't playing anymore. He's like the second quarterback, I think, for Carolina or somewhat. I don't know where he is, but he's sitting on the bench. I don't know. I don't know. I want number 1 or number 5 draft pick, and as a quarterback, is hard, man. That's why Belichick always traded down. He'd look for gems in the second round. Look for gems, hungry guys that are hungry, that are overlooked. But whatever.
Oh, was it him or was it his staff that he had doing that, Mike?
I think team, combination of both. Obviously, Oh yeah.
And again, maybe our expectations are just a little bit too high because we have like the Browns type of a team, and I feel that way. I feel for them now.
Yeah, you know what?
So
yeah, I'm humbled. I'm humbled.
Remember when the Colts did that 2-person play and the rest just all like stacked up over there?
Yeah.
We're not the
Remember
Colts.
that? No.
Remember that. So we're okay. We're okay. We're good. Relax.
Yeah. I know.
Do you realize that we've been alive, Mike? We've been alive during the greatest sports century ever. And what are we complaining about?
We shouldn't be.
A quarterback. Remember Steve Grogan?
Loved him. He used to go through with the neck brace.
And Flutie.
Doug Flutie, yes.
I mean,
I know.
not Tom Brady. Tom Brady came from.
What happened to Tony Eason?
Tony Eason.
Remember?
Boomer.
And then
was it Boomer?
Drew Bledsoe, bro. Come on.
Hey,
he was probably he was a top pick for a quarterback. That was the man.
Most overrated player ever to be friggin' put pads on ever.
Wow.
Ever. Yep.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
Okay. I'm not gonna argue with you, man. But the Eagle, Joe Flipperhead's in the comment. But that the running back for the Eagles yesterday did that reverse jump over the player. Did you see that? No,
I didn't.
Oh, after you get done with this, it was crazy. He was running out to the outside. He's looking right at a player, turns his back and does like a flying leap over the guy. So his back was to the guy and still jumped over him.
It went.
Yeah, backwards for a gain. Yeah, it was crazy.
A lot of football players take like ballet because there's no way you'd be able to do some of these catches and whatnot without being that graceful and on your toes and be that light to be able to put your foot down as you're falling back out. You know what it takes for the training of that as you're falling to make sure you're putting your foot down on the line, knowing you're falling, like
dragging your feet for a catch and stuff.
Right. Natural thing is to put your hands out and stop yourself. You have to get over that and learn to fall.
Yeah. That's interesting. I remember that back in the Pats, there was a couple players that wrestled in college that had really good hands. Like when you're pushing people off you. Yeah. So it was kind of cool. Anyways, good win in the Silla case for Karen over the last week. Was it Friday? It was Friday. Yeah, Friday.
Progress, right? But Mike, next week it'll be something else, won't it?
Yeah, it was just good to see or hear. It wasn't somebody in Dedham. It was somebody in a different, Plymouth County, whatever it was. And now they can depose a lot more people to go forward with that, and they have to wait till the other trial's over with. That's huge.
Yeah.
It's huge. Huge win.
You know, again, why are we even here? Shouldn't be a win.
You're right. You're right. Yeah, you're right.
Why?
You're
Like,
right.
well, is she really winning?
Shouldn't be in this position. You're right. But you know what? It's real life, bro. Here we are. We got to do it. So we
And
got you. We're gonna go
it's
forward.
so wrong that we have all these people standing up, like all those people last night that were on calling all beings. They're putting
Yeah.
themselves out there
Yeah.
for what? To be ridiculed and made fun of and have memes made of and your phone ringing and this and that and this rumor and just because you support Kieran Reed.
Right. Right.
They're
There's
not
a lot of
asking.
hate.
They're not asking for that. They're asking just to give this girl proper, true justice.
Do you think there's a lot more hate in the world than there is love?
Yeah, I think it's easier to hate than it is to love.
Right.
Can look back and say, well, I got burned. I got burned on this one. This one did me wrong, and it was this one
Right.
broke up with me, and I should have broken up with him. And
You know what? You always remember. You always remember the bad ones, right? You
Yep.
forget about the ones that love you sometimes.
and you forget about most of the time. People forget about the good times.
Right.
It's always the bad stuff.
It is.
So
It is. It is. So there's a lot of hate in the world, but there's a lot of love out there. You just gotta look for it sometimes or remember it. So like last night in calling all beings, man, all those people push out love.
Yep.
Right.
but in all different ways. Everyone has their specialty, right? John
Yep.
Camo does it different than
Yep.
Etsy,
Yeah.
right? But yet they both get the message out.
Right.
We
And
need more,
some
and we need more people like that, right?
and everybody reacts differently to everybody else and what they say and how they push it out there. So hey, maybe you don't really get what someone's saying, but you really relate with somebody else that was on there, and you understand what they're saying, what they're going through.
Yep.
That's all I'm saying.
And sometimes it's just a different verbiage, different wording, different tone. It all
Right.
depends on how you need to hear it.
Right. Right.
So,
Guys and girls, like,
Yep.
it's like it's different. Like sometimes a girl, can come across, say something great, but nah, you didn't click with it. But then like John Kamal could say something very similar. All right, yeah, I get it. All right, and I know what he's saying. It's hard. It's hard
Yeah,
to
see,
do that.
she
But if you just speak your mind,
poor girl's getting it on the act, and for what? For what? What she's done nothing but help Karen, right? Like legit, really? Like what?
I know.
Did she rob a bank? Is she
No.
is she drowning cats or kittens?
Or euthanizing squirrels.
Right? Is that like really raccoons? They're all putting themselves out there to stand up for Karen and behind her, and they just want what's right. What have they asked for more than? Because mind you, Karen that has no medical insurance, she can't drive, she got no car, but she's still gonna make fucking car payments on it, right?
Right.
She can't she's got to pay all these lawyers, but she's got no money because everything she has already gone. That's what I wanted to. Oh my god, yeah.
See, something just popped in your head, Tommy. I can tell something just went off in your head.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Give me.
it's all right. Yeah. So let's talk about this guy on the podcast. I don't even know the guy's name.
DJ,
but,
he was great.
no, not calling all beans, but the other podcast, 34 Fairview. It's called.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Can I just say one? I'll say one thing. I have
Please.
not listened to one word. Just so you know, I haven't even listened to it. I had time. I don't know why. I will download it eventually, but I was more intrigued with the Vanity Fair, man. That was a good read. It was a good read. But anyways, yeah, the podcast, was it the podcast plebin they're calling him now?
Yeah.
I don't know if some of the stuff is true. I was watching Aiden's show. If some of the stuff he was saying on there was like, what are you talking about, dude? What are you talking about? You're way off. We really do know. Okay, Massachusetts is a smart state. There's a lot of smart people in Massachusetts. I think this guy could get in here and just kind of wing it. And all the work he wanted Aiden to do for him, like, hey, bro, do me a solid. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude.
I met that guy.
You did.
I spoke to this guy.
Oh my gosh.
So
I don't know.
if
Good.
what I said to him, if he's going to add in part 9, all the other interviews. I mean, I don't know how he's going to run that. You know what I'm saying? But I'll
Oh
tell you,
no.
so far, so everything that he said is not the person he portrayed himself to be when I sat down and was talking to him. I think it was somewhere. Yeah, it was maybe Dedham House of Pizza. Maybe
Okay.
we all were in there once, or no, it was at a restaurant. Was that? I think it was somewhere. But he had his book of freaking papers, and trust me, he took notes. He wrote everything down. So ignorance is, he can't say anything about that.
Right.
He can't, because
I
I
don't
know
know.
he has the data.
I watched the episode where Aiden had him on, and I could just tell right from the rip that it wasn't going to work. Aiden had it was like defending us. Like, he was basically saying, I'm going to put this out there. And, not everybody really knows the story. And Aiden's like, you're going to be surprised about how many people in this movement know this story and this case inside and out. I don't think he truly believed that, to be honest with you. I thought he just dismissed that statement. And now he's finding out the hard way, like, what the, if he's not on with the facts or, someone's document or something, he gets eaten up. He'll get eaten up, and now he's not accepting comments in Twitter and on X anymore. And that's not good. It's not good. But anyways, I'm not telling you not to download it. I'm just saying what I've heard and what I've seen. Just, with the smoke, there's fire. Or
Okay.
It looks like a duck, talks like a duck. It's a duck.
I call Uncle. I'm going to the chat, guys. There was a post yesterday. I saw it yesterday. Okay, it was from Kelly Reed, and it was all the things that Karen's had to deal with, and I don't know where it's located or where that post is. It's got a picture of Karen, and then there's a list of stuff that she's been through. Does anyone know that post, what I'm referring to? Because I can't find it.
I think I saw it yesterday. There's a whole list of people and things that she's going to deal with.
Yes. It puts everything into perspective. It's like a compilation of the Vanity Fair article, which, by the way, part 2 has been the biggest pain in my nuts ever, Mike.
Why?
It's the longest thing I've ever had to read. So I get halfway through it. I'll pause it, right?
About Vanity Fair?
Yeah, the Vanity Fair article.
Right,
I'm halfway through the second part. I pause it. I come back. It's created a whole thing, and I can't go back and add to the second half to it.
All right.
So I got to start all over again. It's just
there's a couple good posts about the tow truck driver today too on X, about like what a tow truck driver's protocol is, how they're supposed to take pictures, document any damage, all that stuff. So that's interesting. And someone's commenting on it about, they worked for a tow truck driver. It was a fundamental protocol to take pictures, because basically you're arguing with the customer that was there or wasn't there afterwards. There's
no argument at that point, right?
Right. So I'd be interesting to know if there was at one point taken. I'm just saying.
That was probably that what do you call it? Like policy procedure would probably be in place.
You'd have to see what happened when you have to make a file, and either staple like a printout picture on it, just staple it with the whole invoice. Hey, highlight Scott McGinnis's quote there, because that's what I'm talking about with this Michael Phelps guy. And all I keep on thinking about is the swimmer. But see Scotty's up there.
That one?
Yeah, this is the show I was talking about. When this show was on, this is exactly what happened. Like, Aiden was saying to all of us as followers, you don't understand, Mr. Phelps, that these people know this case better than some of them know it better than me. Or Aiden was saying, no, not as better than him, but just as good as me. And then so I just knew right then and there it was going to be difficult, and he better be spot on. And the other thing is too, if you have anybody out there, if you have to sign a contract with that, make sure you have creative control, or you get part of what goes out there. And maybe going forward, maybe someone else can listen to it before you fucking, puts it out there and say, bro, you're wrong here, you're wrong there, whatever you're doing. I don't know. Maybe he'll get some viewers, listeners back, because I would listen to it. I really would. But what I'm hearing right now, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear anything like that because there's so much misinformation in there, disinformation, right? It
Mike,
just didn't happen that way.
again, the guy he should go refer back to his notes because I know they're in
Right,
there. Like
right,
he was
right.
saw the same Mike. This is when the crowds are really big. He saw this. Saw the same crowds that we all saw. You know, he saw the lack of support the other side has given John O'Keefe. Right?
Right. Right.
Where's that on his freaking podcast? Right? Where's the disrespect? The people who care about him the most, right? Show.
Right.
What are they doing for John? Really? What are they doing?
Right.
I'm asking, what are they doing?
They're there for him. You talking about the other people? I mean, people in blue, or are you talking about people in pink? I'm sorry.
The Smurfies.
I don't. Hey, you know what? When they say justice for JJ, yeah, we wanted to.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Yeah, we wanted to.
Hello? Like, what have we been doing the past freaking year, Mike? Right?
So believe it. So this is why you look at it. We all want justice for Officer John O'Keefe. They just hate Karen.
Or they hate Aiden, and that's it. No other reason. Forget evidence. That don't matter. Hate. And the people that listen to them, Mike, I can't with them. I can't
either.
I can't.
I've never watched one of his podcasts. I've never listened to any Masshole, whatever the heck it is.
Yeah.
Never once. I'm not going to waste my time to hear negative stuff and have people lie. Just don't what they do.
So here's the thing, right?
Mm.
Do you have to download all 10 episodes to get paid?
Oh, I don't know. That's up to him. I mean, I want him to get paid.
Well, how do we support Aiden? How do we support Aiden and make sure Aiden gets paid, right?
Download him
without supporting, or even, and that's the problem that a lot of us have is, you know, you don't want to give money to something you know is wrong.
I understand you. It's a I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't kind of thing, you know.
Listen,
it's up.
He could have done a better job with the article.
It's your personal preference. If you feel like this is like a donation, not a donation, but this is a support, right?
So there you go. If he makes money on each download, then freaking download it all day, man.
I know. You don't have to listen to it.
You don't got to listen to it, but he gets paid per download.
That's right.
So at least download it. At least give him that respect, right?
And if you want to delete it, you can. You know, free up some.
And then download it again the next day, and then delete it and download it again. If that's how he's gonna run, don't listen. Don't think he's the greatest thing in the world. But I mean, there are bots you can get that'll whack the hell out of it.
Here's the other thing too. They both have the same manager.
Yeah, that's sketch.
So that's
Yeah.
So, you got to always cut the deck, Tom. You know that.
Yeah.
Trust everybody, but cut the deck.
Yeah.
Always. That's just the way I live my life.
I mean, that guy's getting paid from. I bet the guy he getting paid from both ends, right?
He
knew, happy as can be. He don't care.
Yep. He said whether it goes bad or good. You know, if 65% of his followers download it, yeah, I'm good. Right? That's what he's thinking to himself.
Mike.
Yeah.
I can promise you, if he's not managing Aiden correctly, he's going to not be managing Aiden at all.
I know.
So I don't know what his end goal is or what he's trying to do. Is he trying to make them both famous? Listen, if that's the case, then good, go do it, right? But is he trying to get money off this thing, off what he can? That ain't right. And that's what I think is what Aiden's calling him out for. Like this is Karen's life here, right?
Yeah, it's not a money grab.
No. This is Karen. This is her being accused of something she didn't do.
Yeah.
And you know what? You know what the best part is, Mike?
What?
And I'd say probably 90% of the chat, none of us would do what they asked Karen to do either. Plead to something you didn't do. Would you plead to something you didn't do?
No.
Would you admit to murder?
No.
Ever. In any circumstance whatsoever.
Correct.
Neither would she.
No.
There you go. That's that's what binds us all together because that isn't right. If you didn't do it, you didn't do it. And Karen is pretty adamant about that.
Like a moral compass, man. She's got a great moral compass. And she's got a little bit of like, fuck you, I'm gonna take you all down.
Because she's on the moral high ground. She can't lose, bud.
That's right.
Facts prove that she didn't do it.
There's some people out there.
Not the opinions.
No, facts.
The facts prove she didn't do it. The opinions are all blue shirts and smurfage and whatever.
Hearsay. You're right. All hearsay. That's right.
Adam Lally denied that 227 ever happened. Period. Dot. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Alan Lally said that this didn't happen. He was wrong.
That's right.
So either he intentionally lied or he intentionally lied.
It's the same quote. That's the same quote. Yeah.
He lied. Lally lied. That's it.
He hid what they call it. He hid the ball.
Yep.
He hid the ball.
Whole trial. And the freaking judge allowed it.
Yep. There was actually people on the stand that were testifying for the defense. I mean, for the prosecution, that would lie, and then on cross would lie again.
Yeah.
It was like two lies at once. It was like, what the fuck is going on?
I love how all these creators, Joe Flipperhead, for example, I love how they go through each person's testimony. Jen McCabe, Allie,
damn it. You name it.
Yeah. Just Shorty just did Matt McCabe.
Yeah.
Keep going. There's how many witnesses? When you start getting the people, these are just the main people. Wait till they start getting into the weeds. Wait till Aussie Insider. Wait till she gets a hold of the other people. Look what she did with the data with the Lexus already. She's destroyed the freaking dude before he even got started. Boom. She took him out.
Yeah, that's right.
What's his name? Tracy? What's his name?
The one from the Sallyport?
No, the new one they hired. The new dad. Remember the new data guy?
Oh my gosh.
Gigabytes.
Yeah, he's from the South, and they want to ship the car down there and all that stuff. He doesn't even have an associate's degree, I think, or something stupid.
Mike, I watched some kid on YouTube do better data recovery than Garino. He can't even transfer data from phone to phone. He can't even work at T-Mobile. That fucking guy.
My goodness, when he ever said that Karen and John drove down a street that had a 50-foot incline, that was him climbing the steps or descending on the steps. I almost spit my drink out.
Mike,
that doesn't make sense.
Again, because Garino said that, you take away the up and down the flights of stairs, right?
Right.
So Garino lied and it removed that piece of evidence.
That's right.
How many other people's phones?
Yes.
How many other people's phones have ever recorded steps instead of a gradient difference?
Someone else said something in the. I think it was on that. What did Karen's phone show? She went the same route, right?
She had the same iPhone.
Right? Did she have steps going up and down the same way? I don't think so.
Jen McCabe, did her phone show steps up and down? I wonder.
Everybody, well, they're saying when they missed the road, they drove another road. I don't know.
Wait a minute. Where's Jen McCabe's up and down data?
That's right.
Where's her 610 data? When she walked, I'm sorry, 635 data that shows her walking in the house in the morning after the cops were there. They let her just walk around the crime scene.
She had to go up a flight of stairs to get to her brother's room, sister's room.
Probably had to go to the bathroom, right?
No, she wanted to go and tell him what was going on, allegedly. But they had a phone call to her sister about, Sean's dying at 4:55 in the morning. So there's a lot. I hope there's so much more that's got to come out, man, in this trial. I hope.
So listen, I got something for all you people out there.
What do you got?
You ready, Mike?
Yeah.
You had to drinking coffee, right?
I drank 2 cups this morning. Yeah.
All right. So listen, the next time you have to pee, don't. You got to sit and hold it.
Why?
That's what Karen did. She had to sit and hold it. That's why she wanted to go home or inside the house. Let me know, because I have to go to the bathroom one way or the other. I got to pee. And she waited and she waited.
Yeah.
She waited. Yeah. And there was to her, at this point, it's total disrespect.
Great.
So when you have to go to the bathroom I want you to wait 10 minutes because that's how long it took her to get from A to B. And you tell me
Yeah.
how happy you are in 10 minutes. Actually, tell me how happy you are in 9 minutes.
So once you break the seal too, when you're drinking, you got to keep going, right? That's just me, right? After you break the seal, like, out boozing, you go to the bathroom for the first time. It seems like you go more often and more often, more often, even with coffee. You break the seal, you got to go again. Maybe it's just
So,
when you get a little bit older, but I don't know.
yeah, it's absolutely. I mean, even when it's older, it's more urgent. You got to go and you got to go now.
Right.
But
And guys can like step out of a car and just go off to the side and stuff.
yeah,
Girls
yeah,
can't.
bingo, right?
Right.
She's sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting.
Right.
You don't think she's gonna be a happy person when she gets to the house on the phone
Yeah.
at this point? She's livid.
Yeah. She's pissed. She's pissed.
So yeah, people that can't understand why she's mad, and I mean, Mike, even the suitcase girl isn't this right? Who would do something like that, and then go back, which they claim she went back to the crime scene, and then went back to the house, and then started making the phone calls.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Like, why would she keep calling him? Why would she keep calling him and 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 texting him and texting him and texting him? Fell asleep on the couch waiting for the phone to ring and never did.
Yeah. Yep.
She fell asleep. She was drinking all. I mean, she's probably tired from driving around from wherever she was, chasing him around.
Yeah, well, it sounds like she had a long day before that. Like she didn't meet him till like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Yes.
I'm usually calling in the night by then, but just
Listen,
saying.
yeah. And I'm in my pajamas as soon as I can be. You're absolutely right.
I haven't seen 12 o'clock in I don't know how many years. I'm just being me, but yeah, it's a long time. And if you're gonna go to the bathroom, I'm going home, right?
Yeah.
If you call me and you want me to come back and pick you up, I will, but I gotta pee.
Now,
I'll be back. Yeah, I'll be back. But he never calls.
let me know, dude. So I have to go. So if we're
Right.
not gonna stay, I'll go. But she waited and waited and waited, and then she had to drive home.
Yeah. Yep.
So
And
listen,
then that video footage from the library is missing, which is freaky deaky do.
who saw her reverse back in that accelerate at that speed at that time in that distance? Who witnessed that?
Nobody.
The car supposedly is a witness to that.
Right? The telematics, yeah.
They gutted the car. They destroyed all the evidence because the same guy that can't do a data extraction on a phone can't do a chip extraction off a motherboard. Obviously, I mean that's his job. But yet he's hired by the best of the best, right?
That's right.
Mike,
It's
so not right.
I've learned so much about the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office, about their hiring practice and who they hire and what they hire them for. It is ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Did Fanning go to the police academy? How'd he do it? That
we haven't found that out yet, Tom. I have not heard I have not found out if he ever attended the master. He should have. He's a lieutenant.
I don't see how he doesn't graduate. But then again, Mike, everything around him is what? It's subject to why? Like it's tainted. The dude babysat the jury.
Right. Everything he touches is compromised. And I'm going back years now. Why is what the jury? Why is he in charge of the jury?
Why is a lieutenant
I know
babysitting a jury? That's something you give the rookie trooper who's not drunk on the job. That's who you give that job to. Who can actually do it, who's actually a hard ass, who actually will say no fraternizing, no talking, no blah blah blah. No. Fanning comes in and he's in charge of everything.
Right.
Why is the DA's lieutenant in charge of chasing Aiden, capturing Aiden,
right,
capturing Karen Reed, right?
Right.
These are his callers. He's involved with all these.
Yep, he signed up. Birchmore,
he was involved with.
Right. And then
Justin Root, he was involved with, right?
Yeah.
Like this is his job.
He's not very good at it. He's not very good at it. No.
I don't know what he makes. I don't know what his donations are to Michael Morrissey, but
speaking
about Michael Morrissey's on vacation. You know that, right?
I saw a picture of him at the airport. Yeah. I wonder where he went.
Somewhere was warm, I'm sure. Wouldn't you?
You better hurry up, man. Who knows? Or maybe, hopefully, start somewhere where he can't be extradited.
Listen, I wouldn't be surprised to see the misdirection thing. You know, he's on vacation. He went to Florida, right? Or he went to Mexico, or he went to California. Yet sometime during the night, his boat gets unwrapped from the dock and slowly slips out of the harbor, and no one notices his boat missing for like a week. And all of a sudden, he's just in the wind. He's gone. He's in Argentina or something, starting his own little friggin' DA school or something.
Oh, you know, I think stranger things have happened, Tom.
Yeah.
Stranger things have happened. I mean, if you go back and look at the John Gotti cases, right, when he was getting tried by the federal prosecutors, there's literally witnesses that got beat up by him and his crew that got on the stand and then got amnesia.
Just like that. Yep.
Just like that.
Imagine
Not,
how
you know,
on the witness stand now, sitting in the prosecution box at the end of the trial, staring at him like, "Oh my God, were they staring?"
It was crazy. He used to get people to go up there. There's so much juice he had, and they would. I don't care how bad they got beat or you know how much, but whatever it was, they would not testify.
But you see, there you go, right? He probably went to Florida, right? Everyone that'll be out there, right? He's in Florida, he's there, he's here, he's in Georgia, he's in South Carolina, Myrtle Beach, wherever he is. He's everywhere, right? He's here, there, and nowhere.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, one day, he just not here no more. The boat's
Drifts
gone,
off.
and he's just don't know where he went.
Yeah, Cuba's not that far. You just drift off to Cuba.
So you go 5 miles out, you're in international waters. Have a nice day.
That's right,
right?
Buddy.
You know, Coast Guard has a certain level of, but still, they're not going to chase
I
a
can tell you,
boat across the ocean.
You know, getting plastic surgery or you know anything like that's probably not going to work well for him. So he's got he's own what he owns. So
and you know what? Is he really on vacation in the middle of this trial? Is he really on vacation, or is that just misdirection?
Who knows where he went? Who knows? I know he's going somewhere, but I don't know what it was for.
So listen, think about this for a second. If he's not in the office, and you have Lynn Beelan, and you have the spokesman Traub, and then you have Tully, and you have Proctor, they're all gone out of this office, Mike. Now the boss is gone. It must be real quiet in there, huh?
So who's running it, you think?
It has to be Fanning.
Oh no.
Who else? Who's second in charge? Is there an ADA that steps up?
I don't know. I would think it would be an ADA. It wouldn't be the CPAC unit, but yeah, an ADA.
Well, why not? He babysits juries too, man. He's good and he does everything. He's got it on his resume.
I'm not saying he's not capable, but maybe Lally's in charge. I don't know. What if anything? Why were you 10 minutes late to work today?
You know, Mark Bedro said something. He was on who was his show was he on? He was great. You know, he's like, I was in there and I swear Lally put me to sleep. Yeah. And they were laughing about it. And he's like, no, legitimately. Like that dude can put you to sleep when you're in that courtroom. It's the monotone that echoes off the room. It's almost like he's lullabying you, like na na na. Imagine that song, like the baby rocking song, all day long in your ears. You'd all of a sudden start going this. Nah, nah, nah. He was on Nurse Kim last night, right, Scott? But like he can woo you to sleep. Lally can't. Scott, am I wrong? Scott was in there. Scott
he put me to sleep too on the couch. Yeah, legit. Like I couldn't wait for him to stop. Like, dude, get off. Get off.
Murder trial, bud.
Right. It was crazy how long this
was. Boston police officer.
68 witnesses, and half of them had nothing to do with anything. Like the Aruba trip, you know, the kids, you know, the firefighters went on for way too long. I don't know what you call it, 10 firefighters, whatever the hell it was, that cleaned the apron and, you know, the snow and how was it driving? What if anybody who was driving the ambulance? What the fuck are you talking about, Al? What? Like, so like to the point of like hide the ball. he lulled the jury as bad as he could to death about forget anything, Benadryl. Yeah, I know.
Mike,
He's yeah.
the jury, they were, I will tell you this, as I was kind of like trying to stay awake, right? The jury, I will give you this. Every one of them was attentive. Even though they weren't writing stuff down, they were kind of looking around. None of them were nodding off. They were all like present and accounted for. So it's not like they didn't hear both sides of the argument here. I'm just confused how they said that she got the second charge there in the middle. So
they're doing everything they can, man. They're trying their hardest. I love the part in the Vanity Fair where she still has a plastic bag and a go bag ready to go. That's fucked up.
That's bad.
That's reality.
It is. It's bad though. Unfortunately, it shouldn't be that way.
That's a fucking trigger. Every time she sees a Ziploc bag, it's gonna be a fucking trigger. It's like, what the fuck?
And again, what does she do? How do you even fix that, Mike? Right? Like how?
Imagine living your life like that. You get up every day, go into your kitchen, and there's a Ziploc bag with your toothbrush, some notes, a hairbrush, some bullshit in there, whatever you need for jail, out of prison, or whatever the fuck it is. Like
the bare minimum that you need that you're allowed to bring in and stuff.
Right.
And
it's fucking crazy, man.
It really is. It's sad that we have we have someone as intelligent as Karen, who's a college professor, smart, right, articulate, pretty, and this is how she gets treated by the Norfolk DA's office.
Graduated college in 3 years,
and like you're not worried about other stuff going on in the state of Massachusetts. You gotta worry about this. This is your one thing, right?
Yeah, the Walsh case right behind it, and they're like, no,
don't worry about that, right?
We'll get to him later, right? We got to fix this cover up first. The other part about it too is letting Farrell walking around for 3.5 years.
Mike, they let the people give CDL licenses out to the highest bidder.
Oh my gosh, that's right. I forgot about that.
They let that happen. This is within their own ranks. You don't think they all know this? You don't think they all know this?
I think they do.
Just like the freaking Enrique. What have we heard about him?
Dude, Brian LTO had a day count going, and it was in the 40s last week, I believe it was.
Anything said about him?
Not a word. Nothing.
A word today.
Not even from Healy. Nope, nothing. That scares me.
This is the best of what we got. Training the best of what we got.
Right. And now they're advertising on X for 19 to 25-year-old people to sign up. I don't know, man. I think twice about that.
Young, dumb, and whatever.
Yep, I know that saying. Yep.
Yeah. Well, hey.
I don't. I mean, it's hard to get your teeth knocked out wearing a mouthpiece in a boxing match. That's all I'm gonna say. Just really hard to do.
It's almost impossible if you're wearing headgear.
Right. If you're
like,
wearing headgear.
If I'm wrong. I mean, what, 16-ounce gloves they made a comment about that they made sure to say that was that, right?
And you get a mouthpiece on and headgear.
It doesn't happen.
How you lose your teeth is beyond me.
How you break your leg 3 places. I'll give you a fracture, but how does it broken?
Right.
Not fractured, broken.
Wow. He had a broken leg?
3 times, 3 places.
What the fuck?
3. He had a broken neck.
I know the neck. Yeah, the neck thing. I know about the neck.
Teeth.
Yep.
Listen, if you look at John O'Keefe's pitches, the damage to the back of his head is a massive gash that we all know. I mean, you even cut your head shaving, forget it, right? But forget this was a gash through the entire thing. It even cracked the skull. Okay.
Right.
But what about the front of him?
Oh, it's bad.
What about the defensive wounds that he had on the backs of his hands? What about those? Right.
Yep.
Let me guess. Lally didn't happen. Move along.
Yep. Next question. Yep.
Go.
Strike that. Put that. Please take that off the screen. Please remove that. I remember all that. Bev was quarterback in the whole thing.
You can't get defensive wounds from Alexis without breaking your freaking hands. But guess what? There were no broken bones, Mike. He didn't even have a broken collarbone, but he's doing this freaking
pirouette
360 gymnast Olympic freaking thing he's got going on, right?
Yeah.
How's that happen?
It just does.
Mike, the way the road turns, when you hit 34, the road turns. There's
Right.
a slight bend in the road. If she went straight, she would end up on their front lawn.
Right.
Unless, of course, and this is a great point they made last night. If she drove in front of the deputy chief's house, John would have had to bend in front of the Asian couple's house to be hit right in front of Kelleher's house to end up where he ended up, and for her to be able to stop in time and not end up on the lawn.
That's right.
That would have happened directly in front of the deputy chief's house, not in front of 34 Fairview. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
I do.
For that to happen, he would have had to have been here to end up there, based on being hit here, doing his pirouette and whatnot, and ending where he did in her vehicle, like not stopping and being not on the front lawn and crashed into like everything in the snow. It was in the snow, by the way.
She would have slipped into the sidewalk. You would have seen tie marks. You would see grass under her car, anything. But it's just funny, like his Enrique boxing, he ends up with more injuries than John on his body. And John got hit by a car, allegedly, right? Where's the bruise to his body? Where's the bruise to his knees? Where's the bruise to anything else? Enrique's boxing. He's his leg broken, neck broken, and missing teeth. What the fuck?
I will tell you, his injuries are not boxing injuries.
No.
They're beating injuries.
You get beat, dude.
That's from a beating. That's a beating injury, not a boxing injury.
How many people inside that course, that class, know really the truth? You already got one trooper that was drunk already, got thrown off the job. I mean, you got to live with that.
Yep.
You know what happened. You got to eat that for the rest of your life. I don't know how many people can do that.
Mike, when they put you through the academy, they change you. You're a different person coming out the other end by a lot.
Yeah, like military. I get it, like the military.
Yeah.
But at one point you retire, or one point you do grow up, or you do. It's just a push down memory, and it'll come back. You might not know it, but it'll come back. It'll haunt you. It'll come.
Imagine going to work and having every single person out to get you, right? And guess what? The best part is they're all carrying guns too.
I know. And they're gonna back you up.
No. Like these are the people that you're like.
Oh, we trust.
Not your friends. They're not your friends. They're not backing you up.
No.
They're keeping themselves out of trouble by showing up when they show up. Yeah. Trust me on that one. If they don't show up, they're gonna get written up. So they have to show up. They're just not driving as fast as they can to get there, or they take the long way, or they wait for someone else to put the call up. I meant the wrong road, or didn't hear that it was copy last transmission. They heard everything. Come on.
The other thing too, I've always wondered about John's injuries too, is like, where's the blood? I know the answer to it, right? It's downstairs. But when you're drinking too, your blood thins, right? It comes out faster. If he was outside for that long a time, it would have congealed, because the blood would have just got cold and stopped, so to speak. But you lost 3 liters, man. You lost 3 liters. That's how much blood that is. Take a 2-liter bottle, fill it up, pour it out, then take half of another one and then pour it out. That's a lot of liquid, man. I know where it is, but it wasn't on the ground. It wasn't on the grass. I can tell you that.
If people like blood, it's also sticky. If people don't realize that, like it gets sticky, like tacky, like real wet paint, and it gets everywhere, like a blown up paint. It goes everywhere. Yeah.
Like little micro dots go on your wall if you punch somebody. It goes everywhere. And I don't think you can ever get it all away. So I just look at how much the loss of blood loss there was, and they didn't find any on the grass, and they found those 6 solo cops with like snow and water mixed in there and all that bullshit.
And it's funny because didn't they say that Coco was like running around cleaning
all night? She loves to clean, Tom. Yeah, she loves to clean.
But you bet she put a little elbow grease into that cellar floor there, huh?
Yeah. I guess I want to know, what was the timeline between the accident or the murder and then the replacement of the rug and concrete? That's what I want to know. How soon afterwards, and this before the sale,
Well, logic would tell you that if there was carpet in the cellar, that the carpet would be the first thing to go. The second thing would be the padding. Then the third thing would be the actual concrete.
Right.
So they would
Right.
probably have cleaned it up, maybe tried to paint over it, and then said, okay, the painted area is what you need to remove. Because
Gotcha.
even though if you paint over that, it shines. It's you can see it. It's no way.
So I guess I would have to ask then. It must have been a neighbor that saw some construction trucks over there at one time during the period before they sold the house.
Well, again, it depends. If this guy's over there drinking all the time, then his truck's a regular, and he's not doing work over there. He's over there drinking, and it's no harm, no foul.
I hear you.
And you know who would have all that is the deputy chief would have all that on video.
Oh, do you think his camera's on at that time?
I wonder if he saved that. All that, right?
Yeah, that's my point. Yeah.
Second in charge.
Yeah. Not only was it off or he had nothing that night, I want to know if he missed everything that happened in the next 6 months. You know, I want to know if what he picked up, like who in and out, who was there, what cars were there. You know, obviously we know Brian Jr.'s car was moved out of the driveway at one time. They got pictures. Yeah, there's pictures of the dash cam of it. It's gone. It's gone. But it was there next morning. It was there. After 6 o'clock, I should say.
Mike, who goes and puts hot coffee in a freaking cold car? There's a blizzard outside.
Right.
Oh, happy birthday. Go outside and get your stuff. Ha ha. It's in the car.
Yeah, I know.
Go out in the snow. Happy birthday. Go put your pajamas on and go get the coffee, cold coffee out of the car. Go get it. With the cold donut.
It's tradition, though. They do it every year, right? They do it every year.
Yep.
I think Chris Albert and his wife were there.
Yes, they were. Police report says they were there.
Yeah. But you know,
I thought he walked home. Can't have both.
All right. He lied.
What time?
So allegedly he was in bed at 12:10, 12:15, but he's still at the waterfall at that time.
On video. We saw him on video.
That's right.
Even at 12:10, he was there.
So now that domino goes down. That means Colin's story's off.
Really? He could have given his dad a kiss if his dad was here.
Nope.
Ooh, so Colin lied.
Yep.
Really? Wow.
So you see how the dominoes are starting up, the timelines is getting blown up.
How does that not? How do we not see that?
I guess lying on the stand in that courtroom.
Did they let them do that? You think, Mike?
Yeah, it was prohibited. Yeah, it was allowed.
So
you know that.
If Josh Levy was sitting there and just kicking back with his foot in the desk, I dare you, say it. Yes, he got bingo.
Yeah, get a check back on that one. Hold on a second.
Boss is talking.
Hey.
Like clockwork. So, how can Colin kiss his parents when he says he did? He couldn't have. It's beautiful. Yeah, because, but they're not going to get divorced. They're probably just not living together, right? Because if they stay married, that they can't testify against each other.
That's right.
So they're going to stay married until after.
I always thought, this is my thinking about that Nicole and Ryan, Coco, is that mama bears always protect their cubs. They'll fight to the death, protect their baby bears, right?
Yeah,
humans,
as they should.
And humans, mothers being human beings, do the same. So if she knows her Brian Jr. or whoever, daughter or whatever, is going to get effed, she's rolling dope. She's rolling, bro. She's rolling. Back to the guy Beatty or Scanlon that went to United's office. He also went somewhere else. He went right to fucking Uncle Joe's house and got the real deal. Because what is it United going to offer him? Right? He's not going to offer him anything, right? He's going to be. United probably said, "Hey, listen, I need you to go to another building." Right?
This is who you need to call. Go get. I don't want to talk to you because he wouldn't put him. If he talks to Scanlon, right?
Yeah.
Isn't he like? No, you want to give him away. You want to pass him without.
You don't want to hear it. Go see Josh.
Right.
Because he's going to give you the deal. He's going to know. right? He's going to give you what protection. He's going to give you everything you need. You know, he's not. He's going to take him. He's going to have you sign an affidavit and say, "I need you to show up in court." But then you're wide open to the public in terms of, you know, protection, or they can't, you know, accost you and your child, or they can move you, or they can do whatever they want to do. But that's where I would have went. You know, that's where I would have went. And I hope Paul O'Keefe goes to Josh's house. You know, I hope Paul O'Keefe, this whole thing about suing Karen, maybe it was a plan specifically. You know, the civic suit. I don't know. It just doesn't make. It was only for $50,000 or something stupid. It wasn't a lot of money.
It shouldn't be for anything.
I know, but it's just I can't put that puzzle together. Does he really want that money for that kind of money, or does he just want a back door? Like he's not doing it on purpose. It's just the way the lawsuit works, and we need to depose you guys.
Stop.
Right.
No.
All right. Okay.
Because if Paul O'Keefe, right, and if Paul O'Keefe wanted money, let me ask you a question, Mike. Who are you going to sue? Are you going to sue Karen Reed, who has no money now? She gave it all the way to the people that are defending her. She's got nothing.
Right.
Or you're going to go after the state of Massachusetts for bungling the death of a Boston police officer. Who's got more money?
State.
Yet Paul O'Keefe's going to go after Karen, not the state.
I know.
Brilliant move, bud. Love that friggin' play. Makes you look so good, guy. You're smart.
I know his lawyer just F that one. Drop the bomb.
Because now it's personal. He's in the friggin' Smurf patrol. He's listening to all them people that are just preaching lie, Mike, and people are eating it. People are just swallowing it, and I feel bad for them. And it's not just about that. It's about stuff people say about me, stuff people say about her, stuff people say about Aiden. You know,
bullshit. It's bullshit.
Most of it isn't true.
Right.
Like, how do you know this? Ask. Someone says something, say, ask. How do you know that? How? Show me. How do you know that?
Do you think Paul's like so committed to this cover up that he's ashamed to come the other way with it now?
Oh, he's too deep. Anything else would make himself look like what? That he was wrong?
I'd forgive him. I would. You know, I just would be like, okay, dude. All right. That's all right. You finally figured it out. Let's go. Moving forward. Let's go.
No.
All right. I know. I'm not saying Karen should. I'm saying I would. Okay.
Mike, that point needs to be God. The only one that he's the only one that's hope for that guy is God. No one else.
Right. Well, maybe
he's past the threshold of being a nice human being.
Maybe that happens.
Listen, don't blame the girl.
No.
Don't lie and say the dude never came in the house.
That's right. He's not saying that. People are telling him that.
Mike, just say he didn't come in the house. Remember that from Matt McCabe?
Yep. The guy never went in the house. Yep.
Just say. No, he said just say the guy never came in the house, instructing people to say, well, he never came in the house. Let me ask you a question. If I never showed up at your house, would you say he never came in, or would you say
he never showed up?
He never came. He never
showed up.
Here.
Yeah.
Not he never came in the house.
The house, right?
Right?
Good point.
Think about the verbiage of what he said.
Yeah, make sure it was the house, not he never came here, right?
Just say he never came. Just say the guy never came in the house.
But John's GPS puts him there.
Up and downstairs too. Same location.
Right. That's fucked up.
Again, if these experts from the state are saying it didn't happen, they're being allowed to get away with, well, move on. And it's so not right. It's wrong, Mike. It's so wrong on every level, because it's not true. Like 227 happened.
It did.
House, you know?
It did happen. Those things happened.
Mike, the FBI guys, there's people that are smart. Like the people that like have access to stuff that Ian Whiffen doesn't have access to, and that other lady with the head mask on, that lady, they don't have the same access to the same tools the FBI has. I promise you that. I can promise you that they do not.
It's in the TUI report, though. But the defense had.
Means they have it.
I mean, both sides have it, okay? But Meatball decided to say, "Fuck you! I'm going for it in 4th and 1." Well, actually, I'm going for it for fourth and 15. I'm going for it. Like, and we'll see where it takes me. That's what I feel like. He just said, "All right, I'm gonna try you anyways. I know
Mike,
what this thing says. I'm gonna try to disallow as much information in this courtroom as I can."
yeah,
Round two is gonna be a lot different.
Mike, I read an article about the taillight, and it's a wicked
Mm.
geeky thing, right? But that I'll read it. That article in the taillight says polycarbonate doesn't break on impact, right? And it
Mhm.
doesn't. It's made and designed to flex and not break. It gets to a point where it'll break, but it needs to be like to a certain psi to separate the plastic molecules for it to deform in order for a crack to develop for it to keep going further. And it's the way that it's made is not to break. There's no way that would have broken based on the accident. The accident, right, is between the vehicle and another vehicle. That's how that would break with that type of pressure, not
Yep.
not on a body. Because
Yes.
do you know what I'm saying?
Well, so let's talk about the brake for a second. Her backing out. Stationary, was it 5,000 pound car sitting there?
7,000 pounds.
And then another 7,000 pound car backing.
That's two more Hyundais on top of it.
All right, then another 7,000 pound car backing into it, right? And as little as it sounds, physics tells you something's gonna give, right? Something's gonna crack.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where it cracked. Not John, because John's a movable object that's not stationed to the ground.
Right.
Just physics, man.
So yeah, I don't see how
And
that
impossible for it to happen.
No.
And that little and the little dent behind the window next to the cracked tail light, you pointed out, right? What the fuck?
lines up.
Perfect.
I got pictures of both, and they all line up. Now the bio guys, the bioengineering guys, they should have lined that up and shown diagrams with the Lexus and the Traverse, how they match up.
Right.
Why they didn't? I mean, show me. Don't tell me. Show me. And that was a problem with Lally. He wasn't a show me. He was verbal with everything.
Yeah, he never really showed it in the videos.
No.
Nothing.
No, not
Nope.
even a little bit.
No.
So
Yeah, other news. I was talking to Flip yesterday, and him and Microdots. Richie gave him permission to use some of the stuff that he has in
oh
his
boy, here we go.
So Flip made a video. Wait till you see this thing. It's
I can imagine. I can
See,
imagine.
I think he's gonna drop it this week sometime, but it's incredible. Anyway, I just wanted to put it out there. But yeah.
We gotta
That's
figure
good.
out a new name for football head in microdots.
Yeah, Flipperdots.
Flipperdots or something.
That's Brian LTL came up with that one. But yeah, back to this whole, the force of John hitting the taillight is impossible for it to break.
Right, exactly. Yep.
Impossible. The math doesn't math. The physics don't physics. It just doesn't make. If you have any kind of smarts, and I know that's impossible. And then
But
where's
yet
the blood?
they still said, yeah,
It happened.
well, it happened. Yeah, this is what did.
And then Jen McCabe just saying, well, that's what I told him. He wrote it down wrong, or I don't remember. He wrote that down wrong. That's enough. I can't take that anymore. That's
Blame
just such
the
a
girl. Blame the girl. The guy never came in. I mean, the guy. The guy.
Yep.
At this point, when did Matt McCabe know?
Of course he did.
So Matt McCabe knew John, met him at the waterfall. John probably bought him drinks. Right? Like,
Yeah.
and yet he's treated as some guy, just some guy. Like, it doesn't.
And the way Jen says it, my friend that I loved, I just wanted to jump through the TV and be like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? You're lying right through your teeth. And then she was able to just delete texts. I'm sure they have them, but to my family members, I mean, Karen wasn't asked, do you want to delete any texts if before we take your phone? No, they grabbed it and took it, right? I mean, what the fuck is going on? And then instead of doing the interview at 34, let's just go over to my house and we'll all meet there. And Brian shows up there, but he's waiting in the other room while you guys talked. Come on. Come on.
They don't separate witnesses, Mike.
No, they didn't. That's another thing. So they can all understand what the story is going to be. It just adds up. It just adds up, guys. I don't know what to tell you. If you can't see the cover up, you got to go back and watch it again because it happened, man. It
Not
fucking
good.
happened.
Yep.
And read the reports. Now the reports are out where they got Chris and his wife at 34 Fairview. So if that domino falls, Colin's story falls.
Mike.
Allie stories falls.
Matt McCabe watched her do a 3-point turn.
Originally, yeah, out of the rip. That was the first, and they changed it.
What happened to that?
That's like, okay, that's like someone that's guilty getting on the stand saying, well, that's what I said when I was getting interviewed. Yeah. But no, that's not how it really happened. I got to come up with a better story. That's when the cops know you're lying, right? You change the story. Right?
He
No,
watched her do a 3-point turn, he said.
out the window. And then people were like, where's the tracks then? Where's the the 3-point turn track? And why would she go the other way if she was parked that way?
The window. I mean,
Such bullshit.
think of the relief that they must have felt when she decided she was going to drive away.
Oh my gosh.
She didn't walk in because that's why they were at the doors and watching to see if she was going to come in, and then really going to cut her off to not let her come in. That's what.
Right. Yeah, you're right. No,
the relief that they felt was she said, "Screw this, I'm out of here. Screw you guys, I'm going home," and she went home.
That's right. Because she really didn't know. Yeah, I know.
Of course, they were staring out the windows. You kidding me? Absolutely, was staring out the windows. Matt's probably
he's a clown.
Yep.
So the whole thing was just a sham from the thing. You got my juices flowing this morning early, man. But I haven't talked about like the actual dent and the hit and the blood, and the story of Jen McCabe just drives me sick. Sickening. And then what they do with the kids and stuff when she went over there and she was babysitting them during. I'm just like, this is bad.
Listen, Jen McCabe's a babysitter, dude.
I know.
Who would do that to their kids?
Right. But
I mean, that's bad.
Think about the psychopath that she must be to do all this stuff knowing what she knows. That's sick. You're sick in the head. You're sick in the
protecting her family.
She's sick in the fucking head, though.
Yes.
Without
a doubt. Absolutely.
John didn't mean anything to her. Let's just put it out there. Her family came first, obviously. John didn't mean anything to her. He was collateral damage.
Yeah.
She covered for Brian Higgins, Brian Albert, and Colin. She covered for. And maybe even Chris Albert.
When that witness list comes out, right, Mike?
Mm-hmm.
And when I look at that list, and if I don't see someone that I've spoken to before on that list, I'm just going to release that stuff that I know about.
Okay. I agree with that. Yeah.
Because if they're not a witness, then there's not going to be a third trial.
That's right.
I'm just dropping it, and I don't care.
Do you think Hank Brennan calls the Yoruba girls? Do you think Hank Brennan grabs all the firefighters again? I don't know. Do you think
Hank Brennan is probably going to try and give this person a piece of paper? Put it that way. Once he finds out that this person is a person, because of like Lucky, they haven't thought to call this person,
right?
Or they don't have the phone data enough to call that person.
Do you remember what Tully said about why they didn't interview Lucky? Because and then after the interview, why didn't you call him as a prosecutional witness? Because we didn't think he was credible. His story kept on changing. I was like, what are you talking about?
They never spoke to him.
Right. Till Turtle Boy did.
And then he was somebody important. And then he was on the stand. So if
that's when the shit started hitting the fan. That's when it started getting real for Turtle Boy. That's when they started hunting his ass down. Because he was getting the people they wanted to keep quiet or not interview. Right?
Yep.
He started with Lucky. And then soon afterwards, once that came out, he said he saw the Ford Edge. I didn't, and you just tell by the way he was talking, what he knew and what he saw is etched in his memory. He'll never forget it.
And Lucky is the type of guy that's just not going to lie for anybody. It ain't
No,
worth it.
and I have not heard anything about him getting harassed, but I don't know because I don't go out around here, but maybe they do. I don't know. That's harass. That's witness intimidation right there.
Yeah. Yep. So, all right. Listen, everyone that's here, we have we have 505 people. I love you all. You all rock. Like, subscribe, thumbs up.
Yes,
You're all chatting. The chat's moving pretty good.
It's Monday morning. I know you guys are all asleep. Let's go.
Yeah. Cash App, Venmo. Christmas is coming. We have to. We gotta pay. We have to pay for the detail for December.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So we gotta take care of that.
Can we get through Thanksgiving first? Can we? You jump right to Christmas,
dude. I went to my buddy's house. Well, I gotta show this real quick.
Does he have? Don't tell me he has Christmas shit up already,
dude. Check this out. This is big. We gotta get some people to this. This is the 13th at 2 to 5 at the DA's office.
So that's next week.
Yes, not this Wednesday. Next Wednesday.
Okay.
So heads up on that. Okay.
That'll be a good one.
Yep. For everyone. It's one for everybody. Which I mean, it shouldn't be anybody, but whatever. Here we are. Unfortunately. Yeah. So
hey, big election tomorrow too.
So they say. It's already been determined, I think. So look, I came across this yesterday.
Oh no.
Yes.
No.
Yep.
God bless him.
I just shook my head and I just kind of said good luck with that one.
Yeah, well, Thanksgiving decorations. I mean, I changed the wreath yesterday outside my porch. I don't know. What do you do for Thanksgiving? You have foliage and bullshit. I don't know.
I don't know. You eat turkey.
It's a feast. It's a feast.
It. And then
now, how long does it take you? How long does it take you to eat a turkey dinner? Your typically family. 20 minutes sit around eating.
No, we're there for a good 45 minutes to an hour, just shooting the shit and just talking. Yeah. And
I literally can get it done in like 20 minutes and like we're into dessert and coffee.
It's funny because stuff just keeps coming out, so you just take a little bit each time. You don't. Right. You don't just. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Have you ever gone out to Thanksgiving? Like gone out to a restaurant?
No.
I did it once. I'll never do it again.
I did go. Wait a minute. I went to Florida. Was it for Christmas? I think it was for Christmas. Took my two nephews for Christmas.
Oh, that's nice.
They lost their dad, so the first Christmas.
Instead
of doing Christmas, we took them to Disney and
there you go.
Anything you want to do. You want to go in a helicopter? Yeah, let's go. So we jump on a helicopter and go for a ride. And you want to go airboat? Yeah, let's go airboat.
How was that? Airboat cool?
It's all fun. It's all guys.
Is it the one with the fan in the back where you go over the Everglades? Oh, I love it too.
Saw alligators in the wild, and I haven't seen them before. The place where fishing had an alligator in it. So,
oh my god! Yeah,
fishing, like how they have like little ponds everywhere, like little tension ponds.
Oh yeah,
just fishing them. So I took my nephew and he was catching a ton of bass, and there was a little alligator in there.
They're all over golf courses too in Florida, man. You walk right by them, freaky. The fucking dinosaurs, dude.
Yeah, the historic people, man. They got creature feature going on. Like Ken McCabe going on.
Yeah, aging has come pretty fast around here.
I'm telling you, she's put on some wrinkles.
Oh my god, huh?
Yeah, bad.
I heard a lot of people have like.
I mean, I look bad, so I can tell her she looks bad because I look bad. Good.
No, you look good. A lot of people aren't sleeping, man. Man, every time someone knocks at your door, every time you hear like that's just freaky. The way to live your life.
Always, I guarantee Matt's still staring out the window, peeking out the window. All right, listen, I got a blast. I got a jet. I got stuff I got to do today.
All right, buddy. I'll talk to you later. I'll let you close it up, all right?
Wednesday, my friend. Wednesday.
Yeah, what time? We'll put a tab up on YouTube. What we're gonna do?
Yeah, they'll make the mods. By the way, real quick, everybody, just so everyone here in the chat knows, I got the best mods out there. Last weekend, the mods had a party for me, and I had all these women that loved me, Mike.
Mm.
Dude, we're in good hands. We got the best freaking mods out there. I'm telling you right now.
Well, they're the only mods I know. So yeah, I think they're the best.
Listen, it's you don't even know how lucky you are, man. You fell into it.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yep.
I'm glad you guys had a good time the other night. I apologize I couldn't make it, but you know why.
Yep.
But I'll let you close this out, and so Wednesday will be our first time doing this SJC. So
Correct. And it's in Boston, so getting from here to there, and that's when you
yeah,
lose your car, and I need an air tag or something.
no shit. The
And the
parking
last
sucks.
time I got lost, I lost my car. I couldn't find it.
Is that at the State House?
Yes. Yeah. I parked somewhere and I couldn't find where I parked. Yeah, that was a great time. Yeah.
All right, I will let you close this out. I'll talk to you guys later.
That was great. So yeah, so again, everyone please again, I can't ask enough. Like, subscribe. I've met some wonderful people. All you people who I've met so far, my heart is just huge with the amount of appreciation I have for all you people. Um, you all are great. So special thanks to all my mods. I love you all. You're all even though you live out in the western part of the state, we still love you. Love travels that far, Shelby. But yeah, I had a great time, and the mods are the best. Homework. Someone please find that thing. I think Kelly Reed made it. Maybe have written it. Nope. I know exactly where it is. Hold on one second, guys. Can't leave it before this because this was such a moving thing. Oh yeah, I know exactly where it is. That I read it and it just, man, it kind of hit a spot. So, yes. All right, real quick, and then I gotta bail. This will be my outro. You guys ready? This was one of the best things I think I've read in a long freaking time. Let me share it so I can read it to you guys. It's on Turtle Boy's YouTube site. Written by Kelly Reed. freecanread.net. Look at this beautiful face. Now sit back, close your eyes, and imagine for just one moment that she was your child. Imagine that what is happening to Karen was happening to your child. You know beyond a shadow of a doubt that she's innocent. You know the FBI knows she is innocent, but could not interfere in a state murder trial. They tried with the 3,074 pages of the TUI findings, and the Commonwealth doubled down anyway. The judge won't give anyone's cell phone data who was at the house. All Rule 17 motions were canceled. Your expensive, experienced, trustworthy attorneys are not allowed to speak about a third-party culprit defense? They're not allowed to speak about the MSP lead investigator being under IA investigation? Or the fact that the FBI is running an investigation into the investigation of the case? Quantico proved 2.27.40 a.m. house long to die in the cold search is real and happened on or before 2:27:40 a.m. But you can't talk about the federal findings. FBI hires ACA. You can bring them in, but you're flying blind-eyed. You're flying blind with your hands tied behind your back while cross-examining them, and you absolutely cannot mention they were hired by the Department of Justice. The ADA goes on and on and on and on for 6 weeks about the weather, the bar, the high tops, the band. We could all walk through Brian Albert's house blindfolded. Knew exactly where we were. Friendships, acquaintances, inverted videos, stop and shop bags, red Solo cups, the air conditioning, the fan, the fire department sirens. Guess what? It was snowing that night. Your child is found not guilty on 2 of the 3 counts, but the state is ignoring the jury. You're forced to hire a new appeal specialist just for the SJC. You cashed in all your savings. You cashed in all your retirement. You've mortgaged your home. Your child lost their job. Child lost their reputation. Child has lost their freedom. Your child is sick and has no insurance. Your child is being framed. And now they're trying her all over again. They hired a new special prosecutor. The judge has been given a promotion, and you learn that the DA that's charging your child allegedly has a burner phone / email he uses to contact judges. The lead investigator is fired, and all the other investigators are under internal investigation and or transferred. All you can do is pray and rely on the kindness of complete strangers who you know are mostly living paycheck to paycheck. Please, if you can buy some popcorn, let's stop this from ever happening to anyone's child ever again. FreeKarenReed.net. Please go make a donation to Karen Reed. Thank you all. I love you all. Have a wonderful day.